Hey, 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 Louis D. Fresh coming at you. Changing it up a little bit. This is Louis D. Fresh bringing it to you on a Tuesday morning, on a Valentine's Tuesday morning, and happy Valentine's Day to all of you. I know this will show up on Sunday the 19th, but nevertheless, Valentine's Day really should be every day of love and caring and friendship and mutual respect, because that's really what it's all about. That's why we're put on this earth, to show love and to receive love and to just show how you want to be treated. That's really it. Anyway, enough of Valentine's Day. What we're going to talk about is for my lovely juniors. As you saw on my social media on Thursday, I had the opportunity to share some stuff about college. And I know the juniors, and this is going to be on my high school's junior and senior playlist. I know my high school juniors and seniors are kind of like, juniors are kind of like, well, it's still a year plus away. Time really flies. This year, it'll be 30 years since I graduated from college. There you go. So it goes really, really fast. So take the opportunity, use your time wisely, and let's get into what juniors should be doing in this spring semester of 2023. And since we are talking about college, right, I think it's really important that we start to use college terminology. There's really only two seasons in the college world. It's the fall season, which is roughly the end of August till right around middle of December, and spring, which really is toward the middle of January till the beginning of May or middle of May. So what we're talking about the spring. So we're talking about checklists for the juniors. These are juniors, for those people who are outside of the country. Juniors are in 11th grade. 11th grade is the year before you graduate here in the States. So this one is for them. And but I want you to follow along. If you live in Indonesia or India or Thailand or India or wherever you met, South Korea, the reason is because this is really also geared for you, because you really should be tying up how it is that you want, if you want to study here in the States, what you really should be doing and how to kind of get it together so as to study here in the United States. All right, going back to my lovely juniors, class of 2024, being that I just spoke to you guys, I didn't talk to you about this. I know I was primarily talking about something which is towards the end of I was really only talking about towards the end of my presentation that I kind of gave on the fly. Was this: make a college list. You'll look, I'm talking now to my juniors at my school. Remember I was showing you at Florida? I have links for all the public Florida schools and Florida private schools. Start using those as a springboard for making a college list based on your GPA. You remember your grade point average and your test scores, SAT and ACT. I know many of you, if not all of you, have not taken your SAT and ACTs, which, if you're wondering what those are, again, for people who are watching this for the first time and wondering what is Louis D. Fresh talking about, look back at my archives. I have a playlist for SATs and ACTs to explain that further, and of course I'll revisit it in the future, but I don't want to hash on it right now. Is to list reach schools, highly selective schools that really may seem like really out of your reach, and that includes schools that are like Ivy League, such as like a Harvard, Yale. I'm talking about the United States, Princeton, Dartmouth. They may be reach schools, even schools like a Boston University, Georgetown University, University of Notre Dame. Really start looking at those schools that, hey, maybe those might be schools that you know what? I'm going to reach for the stars and see what I got. You may also want to start making college list schools that you may want to attend that are probably maybe schools that are the average range, that are in your own averages. The reason I say maybe is because let's say they're looking for a B average and you have a B average, that doesn't mean that you're going to get in. But it means that, you probably have a decent shot. So that might be the second tier. So you got your reach schools that, let me reach for the stars, maybe. You should be able to get into them. And then your third tier is your good bet. These are slam dunks, as you see my man over there. Slam dunk. You are above the averages that the college is looking for, especially open admission schools. And in my case, for my lovely juniors, class of 2024, that would include open admission schools such as Miami-Dade College. Why? because all you need to do is just apply and you will get in. That is what open admission means, and it's good to have that in your back pocket. So you should definitely have that as your foundation, Miami-Dade College, and then spring from there. And for people who are watching this elsewhere, I'm talking about community colleges that will accept you just because, and those are always good to have in your back pocket, just to know that for sure you're going to go to college and get started. Second thing that the juniors should be doing, the class of 2024 in the springtime, is get involved with an activity and acquire a leadership role. Get involved. Become the president of the club, vice president, have an officer role, become the team captain, start getting involved in setting up those meetings, organize fundraisers. You're like, but why? Because it's important to give back. As I mentioned, Valentine's Day is today. That's really what Valentine's Day is about. Giving. You see a little heart there. Giving, being able to be that Valentine's for others. Just share the love that we have, the blessings that we have, and just give to those who are less fortunate. That is very important, and that is something colleges will look for. And plan events with your club for the coming year to show your creativity. Kind of get involved. Start creating a game plan, because if you don't start creating it now, and because I'm also going to start springboarding next time, talking about what do you call those things for summer programs, because I know it'll be important, and I have a playlist on those. It's important to start creating some ideas for the summer, and in this case, starting creating ideas for the fall of 2023. You're like, but it's February. Time definitely does roll. Time definitely does fly. So I remember, great 11th graders. I got to your school when you guys were 6th graders, and now you're getting ready to go into 12th grade. So time really rolls along. So plan those events, get those fundraisers going, and become that leader in your activity or your sport. Another thing you guys should be doing is the class of 2024. You should be going to both in-person and virtual colleges. Virtual college visits really became popular during the pandemic in the spring of 2020, all of 2021, and the fall of 2022. Something like that. No, not 2020. Fall of 2021, 2022. You kind of catch my drift. And there are really lots of virtual college visits where you can actually go on your phone, get a telephone, old-fashioned, and get on your smartphone and start to visit with these colleges that way. But also in person, start to go visit some schools. Like here, I do live in South Florida. Go to the university. This is a class of 2024 in my group. Go to the University of Miami. Go to the Florida International University. Go to St. Thomas University. Go to Barry University. Start to Miami-Dade College. Start to Kaiser University. Start to visit these schools and see what you got. Use the social media. Start researching. See what's available. Use your Facebook, your TikTok, your Instagram. Use it. Find out what's going on. Get involved. Message them, and you'll be surprised what you might yield, because they're going to see, wow, this person is really interested in our school. Maybe we should look more into them. Get out there and visit them both virtually and in person. Continuing with the same idea is go to a college fair. NACAC refers to the National Association of College Admission Counselors. That is the big organization, and you can look it up just like that, www.NACAC College Fair. You will see that there are college fairs, major college fairs in your area now in the springtime. Go and attend them. Don't necessarily wait for me, or if you're gonna wait for me, look it up, tell me when it is, and I'll try to organize it. But I'm not gonna do it. You do it. I'll try to get the van, and we'll go. But you gotta set it up. class of 2024. Ask the college reps what college fairs they will attend in your area. Not just the NACAC, there will be other schools, other areas, other smaller college fairs. Ask them. Don't be embarrassed. Ask the questions. Hey, where are you going to be in town so I can go visit you? Then go. And I am going to go visit a couple of schools now just because it's my job. I'm not wearing a tie today because I don't feel like wearing a tie. But you see, I do have a collar shirt. I do have, you can't see, I got pants on, I don't have shorts on, I have shoes, I don't have sneakers. you got to dress the part, because this way they'll take you seriously. All right, now, class of 2024, and this is elsewhere too. Make sure that you start choosing teachers that will write letters of recommendation for you. Now, public schools such as here in Florida, Florida International University, Florida State University, they have huge pools of applications. They generally do not need letters of recommendation. But a smaller private school, look at those private schools again here in South Florida, like a Lynn University, Barry University, things of that nature. They will require letters of recommendation because they're more selectives, they're more family oriented. So pick your teachers who will write the best letters for you, not because you like them, but they have to like you. And ask them if they'd be willing to write them, because if they're that popular, they may have just enough. Because my school is small, but I'm talking about now the larger schools that have 1,000 people in the grade. They may have 200-300 people say, "Yeah, can you write my letter too?" And they're gonna be like, Find out when it is that it would be that if they'd be willing to do it, and when it would be best for them to do it. Because if they have 200 to 300 letters to write, maybe right now might be the best time for them to start getting started on that, because you don't want to swamp them. Remember, teachers are very busy. I remember I used to be a teacher myself. I mean, between your lesson plans, your grading, your meeting with parents, and just doing your lessons, it's tiring. So now you got to write a letter too. Find out and what teachers are best, and it's going to give you that great reference letter and give you that 5-star rating that you are looking for. As I mentioned, great juniors, class of 2024, the year before you graduate, start taking the SAT and ACT. Now I'm talking to my group. Miss C has those SAT fee waivers. If she doesn't, she lost them or whatever, feel free to reach out to her, then to reach out to me. You can go to thecollegeboard.org for the SAT and ACT for the ACT. I don't have ACT fee waivers, unfortunately. Create an account and sign up for a spring test. You will also see and as I showed you guys last week, on my little area of the school website, I do have links on when those tests are. So there's no there's a couple of you laughed when I said, thinking is bad for your health. Thinking is bad for your health. If everything is accessible to you, just click on the link, find out when those tests are, create an account and sign up for the SAT and ACT and do it. This is what I primarily spent my time on, and hold on one second. I just wanted to make sure this was my last slide, and it is. This is what I primarily spoke to you guys about financial aid. And again, if you live, like I said, outside of the United States, even if you live in the United States, start to really look at what it is that is entailed in a financial aid. Now, again, I really don't harp on this enough, but please get to know your school counselor. In my case, for my kids, you guys have I give you guys my cell phone, my personal cell phone. For those people who are interested in here, told you my social media email is loudeschap@gmail.com. Feel free to reach out to me. Get to know your school counselor, because they're your best advocates. Learn about college, how they figure out cost of attendance. You may say, "Oh, it's this amount of money," but they may not include things that in terms of events. They may include sporting event costs. They may include housing. They may include food. You really don't know what that cost of attendance is, so start figure out what it is that's really going to cost you to attend that college, and then get familiar people in the United States with the FAFSA. I know you guys are juniors and you can't start that until December 1st, and I think I told you that 2023 for the juniors, but feel free to start looking at it, messing with it, start Googling it, start YouTubing it, start finding out, ask me, find out what it is all about, because that is a good way to get started on your college road to success. All right, everybody want to finish the video with me? That's all I got. That is all I have. Juniors, class of 2024, you guys need to start rolling. And I know it was one of those spur of the moment things that I spoke to you guys last week in your classroom, but I think it's really important that you guys take it seriously. Use the resources that I have, use the knowledge that I have, use the links that I put on your school website. Get to know me more. You have my phone. find out what I think or what I don't think. Talk, and again, this is in general, talk to your school counselors, find out about the financial aid process, get involved with your clubs, your sports, take that leadership role. Get involved. Do what you got to do. Start setting up that college list and just knock it out of the park. Class of 2024, because the time is a running.